Guys, it is Mike. Sorry, I'm driving. I'm trying to turn here. It is Mike from Baltimore Rides. Sorry, that was a weird start to a video. It is Sunday, July 16th, and I just wanted to touch base with you guys. It's kind of a starting video and a wrap-up video at the same time. I did not record any video last night because it was late when I wrapped up and my brain was mush. And I just limped home because I was exhausted. So yesterday was Saturday, and it was really a great day. Got into the city a little bit early, just before 5 o'clock. Got some early business. The surge and the boost were already in effect. Obviously, there was a late O's game last night, a 7 o'clock start. There was a concert at Royal Farms. I don't remember who. It was a band I'm not familiar with. There was a little show going on at Soundstage, and then I honestly think there was something going on at Ram's Head. So there was a lot going on. There's a convention still in town. Sunday was their last day. Today's their last day. And so there was just a million people in the city. I mean, that's an exaggerated number, but there was a lot. You know, as opposed to the past couple weekends where it felt like the city was kind of empty on the weekend. Yesterday, the city was full. Had a lot of great rides, some good tipping. I finished the night at $230 in Uber fare and it was like $17 in tips. So a little bit soft in tips at the end of the night. And you know, to speak to that very briefly, and I'm going to be maybe a little bit stereotypical here, but tipping at the end of the night is very sporadic. Bar customer, inebriated bar customer, drunk bar customer tipping, you know, is kind of like a figment of your imagination. Don't count on it. You know, even when people say, oh yeah, we're going to give this guy a good tip, he was great, the minute they hop out of the door, you know, they close that door. They don't even think to pull money out. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm not going to ask for it. And there's a reason behind that. It may be a little bit prideful, but I'm more concerned with getting a 5-star rating at the end of the day than with them giving me a $4. And the reason is that, well, $4 helps support my family and, you know, everything that I do. That rating really can change everything. You know, if somebody gives me a 1, it can be very hard to get back out of that. You know, that can hurt your math a lot. And ratings matter. Don't think they don't. Ratings do matter. So, you know, I don't have any feedback notices. Nobody sent me any driver navigation, cleanliness. I have none of those. They've all dropped off. I'm a 4.89 overall rating now, with almost 500 5-star reviews and I think 1,100 total rides. So, you know, there's a lot to be said about that. You know, that's customer service. That's what we talk about all the time, or I talk about. You guys listen because this is YouTube. It's not two-way, but I would love it if it was. But to me, the service level determines everything. So if you're going to try for tips from tourists for sure, because you can show off your knowledge of the city and your knowledge of whatever, and really have an engaging conversation with a tourist because they want to talk to someone. They're in a strange town and perhaps looking for feedback, advice, where to go, where not to go. But at the end of the night, you know, that 12 midnight to 2 a.m. customer, don't expect tips. If you get one, it's great. But just don't. Go into it with a reality expectation that they're too drunk to remember to pull a couple bucks out of their wallet. Now, when electronic tipping arrives, I'm skeptical now because it's July 16th and it still hasn't arrived, and they said by the end of July. So, you know, they're either waiting until the very last minute or they're dragging their butt and they're going to delay. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit skeptical about that. But when electronic tipping does arrive, that will be great, because at the point where they give me a rating, which they have to do, it's kind of like a complete your ride thing. There might be an opportunity for them to hit the button for $1, $2, $5, whatever. And, you know, if I get a little residual income from that, that'd be great. You know, that's kind of how I'm going to look at that. But, you know, those customers that tip you in the moment that had a really great experience, those are really the ones that matter. You know, those are going to be the ones that I'm going to drive for. So that's kind of that. So it was a really good night last night. I actually ended up getting off the road about 3:30 in the morning because I got a late ride that took me all the way up to Towson. Really nice guy, phenomenal conversation. And then from that point, there was no surge, there was no more boost. You know, and I knew that the business in the city was basically dry. It would not have been worthwhile for me to drive 25 minutes back down 83 to go back into the city to get a $3 fare. You know, that's the reality at that point, is you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. So Sunday, my approach today is to, you know, try and get 150 to 200 again if possible. It's 4 o'clock and I'm on my way into the city, so you know, if the nightlife is active, that could go well for me. Sorry for the loud noise. There's 4 idiots on motorcycles flying by me right now. It's funny how they always expect us car drivers to show respect for them, and yet they weave in and out of traffic like they're playing Grand Theft Auto. So there's always kind of that, you know, do as I say, not as I do mentality with motorcyclists. So, but whatever, it is what it is. I kind of just stay on station, drive at a steady pace, and I let them go around me because they're going to get themselves plastered up against the road at some point, and I just don't want to be part of that. You know, I don't want to be the one that plasters them or be involved in that accident. So, but they will at some point or another. They're going to lose their bottom jaw and their teeth and all that awful stuff that happens to motorcyclists that don't drive cautiously. So, you know, I guess it's that invulnerability of youth. They feel like they're young and nothing's going to happen to them, so they can drive like maniacs. I just had a close friend of mine from a previous employer whose sister was, again, young and I would say naive, and just shattered like her hip, 2 of her legs, her arm, her ribs, her jaw in a really, really horrific motorcycle accident. So, you know, it can happen, guys. So if you drive motorcycles out there, or if you see motorcyclists around you, this is my little PSA, my public service announcement. You know, just stay out of their way. Stay on station, drive at a neutral. You know, don't go crazy, don't speed, don't slow down, don't change lanes. Just let them go around you because they are reckless. They are very reckless in Baltimore. But that's it, guys. We're at 7 minutes. I'm going to wrap up. I will let you know how Sunday goes a little bit later on this evening, but just wanted to kind of give you a touch base. I am uploading right now as we speak. YouTube is uploading Friday and Thursday videos, so you will get them momentarily. It's going to take them probably about 30 minutes or so to upload, and then you guys will have them to view. Thank you for subscribing. I know we're slowly climbing the ladder here. There are 3 of you out there that are subscribing to me, and I thank you guys for that. I truly appreciate it. If you are not a subscriber yet, but you check out my videos occasionally, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't gain me anything other than it gets me closer to 100. When I get to 100 subscribers, I get a direct link that I can then you know, share out on social media, Facebook, etc. There is a website, baltimorerides.com. All it does right now is direct you to my Facebook page. But again, it's tricky to link back from Facebook to the videos because there's no direct link at this point. So this is all a work in progress, guys. This is not something that I have a computer background in or a marketing background in. This is just me figuring stuff out as I go. You know, not just the driving piece, but really all of this. And you know, that's the goal, is for me to be the guinea pig, and you guys can learn from my experiences, both good and bad. But I'm going to sign off, and I will catch you guys later. Once again, Mike from Baltimore Rides. Later, guys. Hey, guys, it is Mike from Baltimore Rides here, and it is Monday the 17th, about 2 a.m. I am actually doing a wrap-up video, though, for Sunday the 16th. And just wanted to touch base with you guys, kind of let you know how the night went. My angle's a little bit off here. There you go. Really interesting night. Actually, worked out to be very profitable, probably my most profitable Sunday ever. And it all kind of happened by accident. So what happened was I went into the city. My first ride that I picked up from Harbor East was going down to the airport. Not unusual for Sunday. I get to the airport, drop him off. I see that there's not a long line in the queue, so I go over to the new waiting zone. Excuse me. The new waiting zone at the airport is not too full. They've opened up the little back parking lot that I told you guys was going to be opened up. And there's maybe 30, 35 cars there. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got indigestion. So I pull up, get out of my car to stretch my legs. And what I really like about this new little holding zone is all the Uber and Lyft drivers are in one spot. And we're social. We get out of our cars, we stretch our legs, we say hi to the person parked next to us. So I get talking to this guy next to me who tells me that he drives for Lyft and Uber. He loves the airport. And I'm telling him, oh, I don't really like the airport. Kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. He goes, well, this is what you should do. On Sundays, you should definitely come back to the airport about 8, 9 o'clock. It is always busy after 9 o'clock. I said, okay, cool. I'll give it a try. So I get my ride comes up about 15, 20 minutes later. It's all the way to Aldie, Virginia, which, just so you guys know, because I know you're all saying, where the F is that? It's basically the town right next to Chantilly, Virginia. Hour and 20 one way. Drive the person down there. Great conversation. $20 cash tip. Drive back. Well, I get some food because I was starving by that point. By that point it was like 7:30-ish. Grab a bite to eat real quick. Start making my way back because I'm doing the math in my head. I'm an hour plus away. I want to get there by about 9 o'clock to the airport because that's when the guy told me it was going to kind of break loose. So I better hustle. So I turn the app off. I don't even try the whole destination approach. I just hightail it back. Hightail it back to the airport. And that fare to Aldie, Virginia, by the way, guys, $78 one way. So $78 plus $20 tip, $98 fare for an hour and 20 minutes of driving, or 2 hours and 40 minutes round trip. Great math, guys. Really good math. That's like $40 an hour average. So get back to the airport, 9 and change. First ride, 20 minutes with surge to the city, to Baltimore. Great. No problem. Take that ride to there. I'm like, hey, you know what? What should I do? I get a ride from the hotel back to the airport. So I literally have been in the city for all of like 2 minutes. Go back to the airport again. Next ride that comes up for me, lo and behold, Arlington, Virginia. So I've been back and forth to Virginia like 3 times tonight. Worked out great. And I think my final number is like 227, 230. I've got a total of $20, $25, $30 in tips, cash. So, almost beat last night's numbers, real close. And this is on a Sunday. Put a lot of long distance miles on the car. Probably 380, 390 miles driving miles total, all said and done. However, it's all highway miles, so my fuel economy, because I'm in the little Hyundai, is great. So, it's good fuel economy. It's not a lot of city driving, which is really rough on gas, as you guys know. So next Sunday, that's what I'll be doing. I will definitely be playing the airport game. It worked out well for me this time. So I'm going to wrap it up. It's about 2 a.m. I'm heading back from Arlington. I'm on 295 North right now. I do not foresee myself getting any more rides. I think I'm going to just shut down and make my way home and get some sleep. And I just want to tell you guys how my night went. So very interesting. I'm not necessarily saying I'm a believer, but I am definitely more positive about the airport after today. So that's where we're going to leave it. Have a great night, guys, and catch you guys later.